Drew McIntyre makes his first ever appearance as WWE Champion.
Drew McIntyre era begins tonight.
Cody Rhodes makes a huge announcement, and the Fatal 4-Way is decided for Saturday night's main event. Smackdown London, let's break it down. Drew McIntyre enters with a huge ovation. Bagpipes were playing, the crowd was cheering, everybody was loving it here in London. Which did kickstart his promo off as a babyface, thanking everybody, thanking the crowd, blah, 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 blah. But then, slowly but surely, he started to turn heel, saying, where were the fans when he was fired? Which the London crowd did not respond well to. He did say that the crowd were fickle, which, to be fair, he had a point. As at the start of the promo, they were all chanting, oh, Drew McIntyre, the usual chants. But then as Drew started to slowly but surely turn heel in his promo, the CM Punk chants came out loud.
And the dangerous, unpredictable Drew McIntyre era begins tonight.
As Drew continued on in his promo, out comes Randy Orton, and this kid in the crowd was loving it, giving Randy all the advice before going in. Randy and Drew did exchange a few words that you would expect, but I do like the way WWE are making this sort of a subtle feud, even if Randy doesn't end up winning at Saturday night's main event. But just as we were getting into things, out walks Jacob Fatu.
The werewolf is it.
Fatu was pissed at McIntyre as he charged to the ring, took out Drew, both of them brawled into the crowd, and just as we were about to go into the match between Randy Orton and The Miz, here out comes The Miz, hits Randy with a skull-crushing finale. Speaking of their match, let's get into it. It was a nothing match, really, with a result that surprised nobody, with Randy getting the win. I felt like this was just a match. Everyone was just waiting for the RKO. Randy hits it, gets the 1, 2, 3, and moving on.
Step closer to that.
This is a feud I need. A very interesting quote from McIntyre in this promo as well, as he does say he didn't knock out Jacob Fatu's teeth, but he's more than happy to knock out yours, me and Elia. So keep that in mind. It could just be Drew playing up to his character, basically lying, or someone else could have attacked Jacob Fatu. We don't know. Comment down below what you think. We then cut to a women's tag match, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Kiana James and Julia. Again, a nothing match. It was really sloppy and the chemistry was off big time. Yeah, this wasn't a match at all that I'd be going back to watch. The crowd felt really flat during it too. They did tease more of an Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair breakup before this match in a backstage promo. Basically, Alexa was asking Charlotte if she was really ill last week. Why didn't she basically say that? Charlotte said she was ill. So again, teasing more of a breakup. But after the match, we had Nia Jax taking out Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair and going for Julia and Kiana James too. Again, just a nothing segment. Like, am I supposed to care? Cody Rhodes takes us into the second hour with a mixed reaction from the London crowd. He starts off the promo with a few boos and the Drew McIntyre chants do start. He looks a little bit lost, but I think that's because his character is looking a bit lost and a bit confused and a little bit upset after losing the championship last week. But again, it's interesting to see how the IWC is slowly infiltrating inside the arenas and starting to boo Cody.
In a city that does deserve a WrestleMania. In a city that gave me a boot. The first entrant in the 2026 Royal Rumble.
These boos slowly do turn into cheers as Cody is hyping up the crowd. He does mention WrestleMania in London for a bit of a cheap pop. Again, we're just always promised WrestleMania London. So the crowd goes up on their feet and Cody announces that he will be in this year's Royal Rumble. A few key points to take from this promo as well. Cody does mention that he felt like his title reign was feeling a little bit episodic with how he was coming out and always doing the same entrance, and also that he does have a receipt with Jacob Fatu's name on it. Now, does he win it? I don't know. I sort of hope he doesn't, because I don't think his character needs it. Speaking of his character, it'll be interesting to see how WWE book him going forward, as I think the heel turn is a little bit too obvious or a simple sort of get out of jail free card. It'd be nice to see if WWE keep him babyface but flesh out his character a little bit more to go on the chase back for his championship. Trick Williams versus Matt Cardona is the next Fatal 4-Way match we do have, and oh my god, that Trick Williams entrance. Honestly, I wish I had every bit of confidence Trick Williams has. He literally is a star. I can see WWE pushing him to the absolute moon. It was a solid match. It was good to see Trick showcased on a bit more of a bigger stage in a singles match against the veteran Matt Cardona. Both of them showed up, showed out. Trick Williams got the win with a running knee. Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, The Rock, John Cena, step aside. The real stars here. Out walks Kit Wilson to the biggest pop of the night.
Are you kidding me? It's Deep Hawks time!
Kit Wilson attacks Matt Cardona, and then just when you thought he was done, oh no, he wins it back.
He defeated Kit Wilson.
WWE have something special with Kit Wilson. He reminds me of like the Fandango of the modern era. Remember when everyone was doing the Fandango, and if someone or people can start doing the Kit Wilson poses in the crowd, it would work really well and it could go viral. You already see on social media how viral he's already got. It's important to note as well, do better theme songs. You see what a good theme song does to a certain wrestler, for example, like Kit Wilson. All the best wrestlers have the best theme songs. Joe Washington, for example, his theme song is brilliant. It went viral. It pushed him to get into the position he is now. So, Death Rebel, WWE, do better themes. Kit Wilson then begins to cut a promo. London was having a party. Just when everyone was having fun, out comes Jacob Fatu, attacks Kit Wilson, grabs the mic, calls out Cody Rhodes. Out comes Cody Rhodes. I can see people being quite split on this feud, although it'd be a great match. I'm not disputing that. I think Cody does need more of a monster heel, and I think Jacob does need to get a win when coming back for a return. So how they booked this as Saturday night's main event, I'm unsure. I genuinely don't know how they're going to do it. Our third match of the night, qualifier match, Solo Sikoa, Damian Priest. In a good match, I thought this started really well, but then out comes the Wyatt Six, the MFTs, they start brawling. It's all for the lamp. Solo gets the lamp back, Hardy then gets the lamp. Damian wins during this, and then after this, Solo Sikoa gets back the lamp, leaves with the lamp. Everything is about the lamp. Damian qualifies for Saturday night's main event, and next week on Smackdown, we have the Wyatt Six versus the MFTs for all the gold. The tag belts are on the line. It is US Open Challenge time as Carmelo Hayes comes out to a great reception. Who is going to accept this challenge? It is none other than Leon Slater. Get yourselves in, buckle up, it's time for a banger. Knowing you've got Sammy versus Ilya later in the night, to say this was match in the night says a lot about this match. WWE must be doing everything to get Leon Slater out of his TNA contract, because he showed up and showed out again on this night, similar to how he done at Saturday night's main event last month. Leon Slater is some talent, and Carmelo Hayes certainly put on a show too. Just look at some of these spots.
Back and forth they go. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Springboard! Oh my! Up and over!
A great match with two great talents. Carmelo Hayes gets the win. It was that good, even the commentary was doing a standing ovation after the match. Fair play. We then move on to the second to last match of the night. It's Jordan Grace versus Chelsea Green. Quick, simple, effective. Jordan gets the win over Chelsea in a very dominant victory. After the match, Jordan and Jade get in each other's faces as Jade does come out and do a little bit of commentary and just sort of sitting beside the ring. Jordan gets in Jade's face. Jordan moves out of the way, knocks Jade Cargill off the apron. Jordan stands tall with the championship. We go backstage to Trick Williams, who cuts a fire promo as per usual. He mugs Damian Priest and offers him a match for next week on SmackDown, which he does accept the day before their title match. Lads, why would you just accept this match? It's like doing a marathon, and then the day before doing your marathon, you go, do you know what, I'm going to go and run a 20k. Why? I don't know. Main event time, Ilya Dragunov versus Sami Zayn. We're in for a great match again. Great match. It was hard hitting. I personally don't think it hit the heights of their United States Championship match. Ilya got busted open. Bad. With that in mind, I think that did impact the match a bit later on, as I don't think they could hit the spots or work as well as they used to work with Ilya being busted open, as he did have to take breaks to wipe his blood clean off his face. So again, it was a good match with all things considered, but Sami Zayn hit the haluva kick, got the 1-2-3, he heads in to Saturday night's main event. I want to know how WWE are going to book Ilya after this defeat. I am intrigued. As Sami Zayn is celebrating, out comes Trick Williams, attacks Sami Zayn, and we end the show with Trick standing tall. You can see how WWE are strapping the rocket to Trick Williams as he's ending the show on a SmackDown when he was only just brought to the main roster a few weeks ago. My overall thoughts on this episode of SmackDown is that there was no real major talking points. It was great to see Drew getting a homecoming reception. It was also good to see Cody moving on from Drew against Fatu. But like we said earlier in the video, I can see this feud being a little bit split. The Fatal 4-Way was another talking point, but I thought all the winners were quite predictable, so there wasn't really much to go off there, although the results were right. As well as this, I thought the Lantern stuff was, again, quite decent between the Wyatt Six and the MFTs. But comment down below what your favourite moment of this episode of Raw SmackDown was. If you enjoyed this video, go down below, hit a subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment too, share the video if you want to see more of this ugly face. Go and check out my TikTok too, at Wrestlevidss. Thanks very much for watching, follow Wrestlevidss. See you later.